I can't, I'm like, these are so cute. Hi guys, welcome to Mommy's Doll Corner as I move my stuff out of the way. By the way, you may have noticed that we're back in the other studio right now. We are back in the other studio, which is the small downstairs kitchen, for a while, I think. I'm not sure if we will have to move again or not. We'll see. We're having some work finally done on the house that we've been waiting to do, like since we've lived here. It's official. We officially bought this house 12 years ago this past weekend, and can't believe it's been 12 years already. But from the minute we bought the house, we knew there was an addition, like there's something that we saw in other houses that we wanted to do where our deck was. But then over the years, every time, parents will know what I'm talking about when I say this, every time we started to save up the money to do that thing, something would happen and we'd have to use the money. So, and of course, we do spend an awful lot of money on toys. So, it's been a long time saving to finally expand the kitchen and give Daddy like a really great kitchen to cook in, because that's what he loves to do. So we're finally, yay, going to do that, but they have to like make a lot of noise and dig up stuff, and it affects part of where we are in the house while they're doing that. So that's why we sort of, studios kind of, then Daddy had taken everything from upstairs and put it down in here, so we couldn't film in here. So we were using my office room, which was kind of hard to do. And so now we're back down here for, hopefully, I think we should be able to stay. I hope. And we also have new lights. So I noticed there's a lot of glare on the boxes. So I still have to work out the light situation. But anyway, welcome to Mommy's Doll Corner. So I am really excited about today because I'm going to share two of my loves with you. My first love, well, one of my first loves, and really my first doll love, was Barbie. And I think we've talked about my Barbie love, and how excited I am that Barbie's really kind of stylistically going in a direction that I really, really like. But one of my other loves from my childhood that is still a love to this day is the TV show I Love Lucy. So if you have never watched I Love Lucy, shame on your parents, first of all. At some point, parents should sit their children down and make them watch I Love Lucy. Lucille Ball was an amazing comedian, and she, a gorgeous woman. Oh my God. Like, she's so funny that you almost forget how gorgeous she is. But so Lucille Ball, for those of you who don't know, and her husband, Desi Arnaz, they had a TV show together in the early days of television, and it was called I Love Lucy. And it was one of the very first situation comedies, and it was about this ditzy redhead who married this Cuban big band leader. And it was about their life living in New York, and they had their best friends, the Mertzes, and it was, Lucy was always getting into some sort of crazy trouble. So the show still makes me laugh to this day. I think the humor still stands up. It's an interesting education to go back and look at that from the modern day, and a lot of you kids might be a little confused by some things, because things like Lucy and Ethel don't work. They don't have children, but they don't work. They're just home all day. And because that used to be the thing. Once you got married, you didn't work. You did work around the house. So you cleaned and you cooked, and things like that used to take longer because you didn't have automatic washing machines and dishwashers and stuff. But there did come a point in the 50s where it started to be we had all these advances to make housework easier, and so women were ending up with more free time on their hands, and I really think that that's part of what drove women to want more out of life. But anyway, one of the other things is that the men controlled the money. So for one season, Lucy and Desi, and Lucy and Ricky, and Ethel and oh my gosh, I completely cannot remember. Oh, Fred. Ethel and Fred Mertz, they all go to Europe because the Mertzes went everywhere that Lucy and Ricky went. So they go to Europe, and they're in France. They're in France, and some of you know where I'm going with this. And so Lucy and Ethel are absolutely just in love with the French fashions, the Parisian fashions. And at the time, and even still today, a lot of times when what you see that comes off the runways and in fashion shows is really kind of crazy compared to what people would really wear. And so Lucy and Ethel are going gaga over these amazingly ridiculous looking outfits and these crazy hats and things as they're sitting at a Paris cafe. And they're like, you know, they so want Fred and Ricky to let them buy a dress. And Fred and Ricky are like, no way are we wasting our money on that garbage. It's not going to happen. And the guys really don't understand. So the guys end up playing a trick on Lucy and Ethel. And they tell them that they are going to get these one-of-a-kind designs by this fancy designer. And Lucy and Ethel very proudly come out of the shop wearing their very, very Parisian, super exclusive, one-of-a-kind couture. And this is it. It's feed sacks, guys. The joke is that they got, Fred and Ricky had them made out of burlap feed sack. So Lucy and Ethel are walking very regally, very fashion model-y down the streets of Paris in feed sacks with feed sack bags on their head. Now, I have to say that the doll outfit is way nicer than what they're wearing in the show. But even as a little girl, this was one of my favorite episodes. I would laugh every time because Lucy and Ethel are just so proud and so fashion model-y, and the way they're walking with their burlap dresses on, it is so hysterically funny. So this doll is called Lucy Gets a Paris Gown, and it's from episode 147. It's a burlap potato sack. Yeah. So let me give you some close-ups. Woo! Here we go, getting close up. Look at how gorgeous the doll is, though. Now, I have to say, in the show, the hat was not anywhere near as nice as this. But this so looks like Lucille Ball. It's just amazing. I'm just in love with the hat. And look, she's got a little brooch because, you know, you can't just be... You can't... Wait, let me get my finger over there for you. There's my finger. I mean, you know, if it had just been a feed sack, if they hadn't accented it with something, they probably would have figured it out. But they didn't. There's, you know, some seamstressing going on there. Look at the beautiful purses and gloves. Women always wore gloves back then. And then you can't really see her shoes. They're just plain black slingbacks. I'm not taking the doll out of the box because I want the whole Parisian set here. They do have a 2-pack with Lucy and Ethel, but I really felt like I just wanted Lucy. And it was more affordable because these are hard to get now, but I really didn't. I got her on eBay and I really didn't have to pay more than I felt like I should have. But so while I was looking for her on eBay, I found something that I didn't know that Mattel had made of this whole feed sack thing. And it cracked me up. Are you ready? They made little versions of them. So these are the little Kelly versions, and I found out that they did this with a lot of the special editions that they did, like the Hollywood editions. They also made them in Kelly dolls. And I cannot stand how adorable they look. And I love how, if you look at their faces, it looks, I mean, they definitely look like Lucy and Ethel as little girls. And I love how, like, the lipstick is, like, a little bit smudgy, like a little girl would have put on some lipstick to play dress up. I just, you know, but they've got their little feed sack hats. There's Ethel with the pearls. I love, they've got their little Mary Janes on, and but they do have their little gloves because ladies always wore gloves back in those days. And I just, I cannot, I just, it's so cute. I had no idea, and I love that Ethel's got a bucket on her head. Hers is not a feed sack hat, it's a bucket. It actually looks like an ice bucket, and then it's got like a silk flower on top of it. These are actually articulated and stuff, but I wouldn't, again, I wouldn't take these out of the box because they're just too adorable. I just, I can't, I'm like, these are so cute. And I found out that they did these also with the Wizard of Oz dolls, and I'm like, no, I gotta start collecting Kelly dolls too. But this is just, this is perfect. This is the perfect one to make a Kelly companion piece to go with this, because this, the silliness, and then the whole idea, sorry, the lights are all glary, the whole idea of little girls playing dress up, and in really that's kind of what Lucy and Ethel wanted to do while they were in Paris. They wanted to do this whole, they wanted to dress up like the models, and Fred and Ricky were like, oh yeah, we can help you with that. So yeah. So if you've never seen this episode, go look it up. It's episode 147. Lucy gets a Paris gown, and I got these on eBay, and I'm absolutely in love. I do have other I Love Lucy Barbies that I'm going to share with you, and I ordered another one, so I'm waiting for that one to come so I can, because they have to do with Lucy being on Ricky's show, because Lucy always wanted to be on Ricky's show because Ricky was band leader and he was famous and he had a show. So, but I want to wait until I get the other one and then I can share it with you. So I hope you're enjoying Mommy's Doll Corner and some of my more unusual things that I collect, like my I Love Lucy dolls. Let me know in the comments below, have you ever watched I Love Lucy? Do you think it's funny? And have you ever seen this episode? And please give this a thumbs up if you're liking Mommy's Doll Corner. Please comment and subscribe and stuff. And I will see you again very soon with my own little redhead, Miss Gracie. Until then, thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye!